I do this on Facebook Live and they don't let you keep the videos other than in their, well, wherever they keep them. You can't download them or save them like you used to be able to. Anyway, so I do this here, maybe I'll post it up. But just looking at something. So look at that. And if you can see, it's come off of there. I don't know if it's really going to film very well, but anyway, so that's what that is. It's come off of there. And it's this. Right across the path. And to see, maybe I'll get my boot in. So you can see, this is a pretty large piece of tree. And it's come off that one, I think. And there's one that happened earlier, perhaps another storm. But it's demolished the path. And you can walk over and stuff, but holy shit. Kind of just shows you, this is Chest Valley Walk in Chorleywood. But it just shows you, you know, not to go out basically when there's a storm, or not to go out somewhere like this. And obviously I didn't, don't think anybody did. But the thing is, you can just be walking along and get have something blow into you, you know. So even if you sort of think, I mean, I was out walking afterwards later on in the day, and some of my mum's fence had blown down and stuff, and I'm walking along and I'm walking past this fence just by the side of the road. There's bushes, not really major, well, it probably was major trees, but you're not really looking at the trees, nothing's really moving too badly. But when this fence started rattling, you know, I really got the distinct impression of being hit in the face by something, you know. I mean, that didn't happen, but it just made me think, and that was much later on when everything had calmed down quite a bit to sort of half what it was. Then I walked over the common and just got the full force of whatever was left, and some sleet gave me a bit of a headache in the face, in the forehead. Trying to walk backwards, but I didn't know where I was going, so. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what that was, maybe 40-mile-an-hour winds by then. But earlier in the day when it was whatever, 80 or 90 mile an hour, it's probably what did that lot over there. And yeah, and just as I come across here, I'm just sort of scoping the place out. And I've walked here before, but not for years, and I don't remember how I got there or whatever. So I just thought I'd come and have a little look. But there's sort of water, underground reservoir and stuff there, I think. But their footpath closed. Reminds me of the young ones. Do not lean head out of window. I wonder why. Footpath closed. I wonder why. I'm imagining what it will be is just a some flooding or whatever, but it looks like they're making up the path here. See cars over there, I'm thinking that maybe I can hook back up with the road and walk back to my car. But I mean, it's very lovely. Water's obviously very high right now. It's flooding everywhere. If the footpath is closed because it's halfway through being laid down and I'm yomping through it like a thug, then I apologise. And there was a dog doing the same thing, so that puts me in a category of some sorts. I mean, yeah, although the path is up to the height of the surrounds, so I think it's closed for a reason that I'm not at risk from, and nor am I causing trouble to. But yeah, it did say closed. I think it's probably this, the tree down. Private property. Please keep to the path. I'm doing that. path that's closed, but hey. Not really sure. Thinking about where I am in the back of Loudwater. Not really sure what that road is there. Anyway, I'm probably going to turn around and walk back because I don't think that road goes anywhere near where I want to go. I still really can't remember why. Like, how comes I walked down here before? Obviously on the walk with someone, but I don't remember who. I just remember this somewhere along here, maybe there. I do remember this sort of building. Some sort of water building. Is it blocked off up there, or is it?
It's fine, you can walk through.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Thank you. So this is why it's closed then. It's closed because it's being, so he hasn't had the top lock put on yet. It's closed because it's being gentrified. That courtesy, I obviously moved the camera away. I think this is it, Thames Valley Water or something. Okay. As a guy, you never really grow out of wanting to look at these things or drive them. So, yeah, it's not quite how I remember it. Maybe there's another one, but it looks like there's an underground water storage tank, and I think that building there, although it might be being sold privately now, I think it's some sort of water pump, you know, like Thames Water or Colne Valley Water or something, some sort of pump house or something. This is my house. I think I'm not really gonna, if I have to walk back the same way I will, but I would prefer to find an alternate route back just for something different to see. Public footpath 1. Well, that was the one I kind of started on, but yeah, I think it's going the wrong way. So I was still on it. Right. But that way is not the car. That way is the car. And I don't see any way of cutting through. Just anyone who's bothered listening to me before will know that I bang on about where Chorleywood is, where Northwood is, where Moore Park is, in relation to anything you might need. I always say that you haven't really committed to anything if you live around here, because you've got stuff like this, genuine countryside. It's a country lane with a car coming. I'm going to get the other side of this bridge. If he wants to take me out, he's going to take his chances with a brick wall first. But anyway, more cars, so I'll film some scenery. So yeah, I always go on about how it is countryside around here. Even though I think probably I would say it's 2 miles from here. You have Chorleywood station. Maybe it's not even 2 miles. It might be because of the way you have to walk. That looks like a lovely house down there. Be nice one day to get the permission of an owner or something. If I see somewhere nice like that, to just walk around the nearby area and then walk into their property and film it. I do like homes and houses and country and everything. Anyway, what I was saying is that, yeah, you're a couple of miles from Chorleywood station, London Underground station. And unfortunately, you can hear the M25 if you listen. It's like a hiss in the background. But for me, that's a good thing. I'd rather not hear it, but yeah. So from here, from the station, it's a couple of miles up the road, you're, I don't know, 20 minutes from Marylebone on the Chiltern Line train, and about 20-25 minutes from Baker Street in one of the morning fast trains on the Metropolitan Line. It's very nice of that person not to go through that puddle. Very kind of me. That's what I was going to say. Kay. Very kind of me. Very wise of me. I don't know the language again. Very wise of me not to be standing there regardless. Of course, if I was driving, I'd go through it, providing there were no one around. That's my little one. That little fella. That little fella. So I'm actually going to turn around and walk back at some point. Entrance to the property. There's a place actually a few miles up the road from here. I'm not sure if it's Great Haddow or Haddow or something. Haystow. Anyway, it's not that far from here. And I did some work for a company that are based up there quite a few years ago. Still sort of in touch with them from time to time just to see if they need anything. Anyway, they make high-end kitchens. Quite often it's commercial things like hospitals and stuff, but a lot of people put them in their houses because they are sort of aluminium work surfaces that are sort of seamlessly molded into a sink and stuff like this. I think it's stuff like that. So it's hypoallergenic and all the rest of it. Anyway, the reason why I was saying that is because there's a few miles, lost my bearings a bit in terms of direction, but a few miles further out towards Tring, and they're up on a hill on the Chiltern Hills, I suppose, and it's very cold up there, and the reason being is that the next highest point to that spot east, in other words, if you go east from that spot of the building, which is the house actually, I think they work from home, of that company, the next high spot is in Russia. It's some town or village or something in Russia, because of course it drops down. You've got all East Anglia or whatever you've got over there. You go across the water, you've got Holland and all the rest of it. But apparently, yeah, that's the highest point between there and somewhere in Russia. So the wind whips across there for sure. Anyway, I think I'm now going to go back the way I came, and I think I'll post this. I wish it was just directly on Facebook Live, but oh look, actually it says here before I go, it's typical of me. And one more thing. So public footpath, Chorleywood, 1 mile. So yeah, the station is a mile or two away. I'm not sure, well, I think I know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go back this way. I think I know where this goes. Might not be aware of crossing the river at some point. I can walk back to the car from wherever this dumps me out. Plus I just saw a runner who's obviously doing a loop, and he seems to be going back the way I came. So he's doing this loop in reverse, I think. So, to be honest with you, if you can run in this stuff, I can walk in it because it's really pretty rubbish. I'm going to leave it at this point. I think that's about all I have to say in show. But on this fairly cold, but not freezing, late February day in 2022, this has been me, Paul Cruse, and this has been possibly the edge of the West Chest Valley. Don't know if that's classed as a Chilterns, but it's very close. Chorleywood, Hertfordshire, on the borders of Middlesex and Hertfordshire. And other than the definite sound of the M25 in the background, this is the countryside. And I can see now, actually, I reckon that is the tree that I filmed come down. So I could go across the water that way. But anyway, I'll see what the signs say. Thank you very much. A windswept me